okay, well, they're on that line right there. They got that shield right there, but they keep putting it like that.
Yeah. You heard me.
Gervonta Davis has been spotted training alongside David Benavidez ahead of his comeback, sparking excitement among fans who are wondering if the best version of Tank is about to return.
The pace that I'm in now is way better than what I was before, and that's the only thing that matters to me.
I will have to go with Tank, man. Like I said, if he has good preparation, he's a monster. He's a little Mike Tyson, man.
Gervonta Davis training alongside David Benavidez is far more than a routine gym session. Benavidez is known for his relentless pressure, high punch volume, toughness, and nonstop work rate, making every workout a serious test. Seeing Tank in that environment suggests he is fully committed to sharpening his skills for a major return. With ongoing speculation about a showdown with Devin Haney and other big fights, fans are no longer interested in promises. They want proof that Tank is preparing to remind the boxing world why he remains one of its most feared fighters.
Man, Tank, man, is a great fighter, man. When he trains, he's an animal.
Emiliano Vargas shared his thoughts on Gervonta Davis training alongside David Benavidez and Jose Benavidez Sr., and his reaction made the move even more intriguing. Having spent time in that camp himself, Emiliano understands exactly what that environment demands. According to him, Tank stepping into the Benavidez camp is a completely different challenge. The gym isn't built around comfort or easy rounds. It thrives on relentless pressure, high punch volume, grueling sparring sessions, and a pace that forces every fighter to stay focused from start to finish. Emiliano believes that kind of atmosphere can elevate Tank's game. After witnessing David Benavidez overwhelm sparring partners with his non-stop, aggressive style, he feels training that could sharpen Davis and prepare him for the biggest fights ahead.
Some time with David Benavidez as well,
Yeah.
and his father. And then we found out yesterday, I think it was, that Tank Davis is going to train with his father. Did you see that?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
How do you think that's going to go?
I mean, look, I think that's a different look. I
Yeah.
think definitely that might be really good. I know Jose Benavidez is a real great trainer. I was able to train with him, see him spar, and see him obviously work with his son. And I mean, Benavidez is crazy. He was lighting up his sparring partners. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try this. So it was crazy to see it. It was definitely crazy to see it. But I think that'd be a different look. I think that's the whole thing about boxing. You just want to continue to learn. You want to get different looks. You want to see what works, see what doesn't work, and
Abraham Gonzalez added even more excitement to the story when he reported, "Sources have told Fights ATW that Jose Benavidez Sr. will be training Gervonta Tank Davis for his upcoming fight this fall." According to the report, the two have been working together for weeks to determine whether the partnership was a right fit before making any decisions. That update made Tank's comeback feel much more significant because it suggested this was no longer just a casual visit to the Benavidez gym. If Jose Benavidez Sr. is indeed taking charge of Davis's training camp, it signals that Tank is looking for a fresh approach built on discipline, structure, and relentless intensity ahead of his next fight. The speculation grew even stronger when Brunch Boxing shared a photo of Gervonta Davis standing alongside David Benavidez, adding another layer to the growing buzz surrounding the potential partnership. While a single picture does not confirm anything on its own, it reinforced the belief that Tank has been spending meaningful time inside one of boxing's toughest training environments. Jose Benavidez Sr. also spoke highly of Davis, and his comments carried weight. He praised Tank's natural talent, sharp boxing skills, and the focus he brings when fully committed to training. Coming from a trainer who has guided elite fighters throughout his career, those words are not given lightly. Davis already possesses explosive power, exceptional timing, and elite ring IQ. If he combines those strengths with a demanding style, discipline, and structure of the Benavidez camp, fans could see an even more complete version of Tank when he returns to the ring later this year.
Man, he looks super good, But hopefully he takes things serious, and I think he'll look spectacular.
Jose Benavidez Sr. believes Gervonta Davis has all the tools needed to defeat Devin Haney. In his view, Tank's greatest strength is not just his knockout power, but his patience, ring IQ, and ability to read opponents before striking with perfect timing. Rather than forcing exchanges, Davis waits for the right opening and capitalizes without wasting unnecessary energy. Haney may hold advantages in height, reach, and technical boxing ability, but Jose believes Tank's explosiveness and precision would eventually become the deciding factors. He respects Haney's skills, yet sees Davis as a type of fighter who needs only one clean shot to completely change a fight. If Tank remains disciplined and fully focused, Jose believes he can break Haney down and remind everyone why he is one of boxing's most dangerous stars.
Tank and Haney fight. Who do you like? You like Tank? Why?
Me, man, I really like David Haney. Congratulations, on all his belts. It will be a really good fight, man. That's a fight that people want to see. I will definitely pay pay-per-view for that. That would be an exciting and a really, really good fight.
What about Ryu against the winner?
Oh, man, that's a dream come true. Like I said, both fighters are very dangerous. We would definitely love the opportunity to fight.
The latest training footage of Gervonta Davis makes the conversation about his comeback feel much more real. Watching Tank put in the work, sharpen his skills, and move with purpose gives fans a glimpse into the mentality he is bringing to this return. His explosive power has never been in doubt, but now the spotlight is on his conditioning, timing, discipline, and overall preparation. If this new training environment is pushing him to another level, his next opponent could be facing more focused, polished, and dangerous version of Tank than ever before.
Come from two different sides, of the world. We still on the same path to get the same thing. I gotta be in there with him. I gotta be able to, his arm reach, his size, his power, the way he moving and things like that. I just gotta adapt as I fight him. I think it's gonna be a great event. Every time I fight is fire.
The biggest storyline is Gervonta Davis's decision to change trainers before making his return. A move like this is about much more than switching the person holding the pads. It can completely reshape a fighter's camp, improving discipline, strategy, conditioning, and overall mentality. That makes this change especially intriguing for Tank, whose power, patience, elite timing, and fight-ending knockout ability have already made him one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing.
Man, it's crazy out there, man, on two fronts. One, word is that Gervonta Davis switched trainers again. And the second is word from his camp that they don't believe that Gervonta Davis is really the person talking and making the fight with Devin Haney. Absolute positive just disorder. That's what I can say about that, man. And it makes me nervous for what's going on with Gervonta, and I'll explain to you why. But before I do, as usual, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to your boy. And thank you to everybody that supports the channel in any way that you can support it. Really appreciate y'all, man. I've been relaxing a little bit this year, pressing a little less hard on this boxing, but still being consistent. And definitely looking forward to this return of Gervonta Davis.
The big question now is whether a new trainer can bring even more structure to Tank's game. If he's truly preparing for a blockbuster fight with Devin Haney, every detail matters. A more disciplined camp, a smarter game plan, and a fresh voice in the corner could make his comeback more dangerous than ever.
Good with Coach Calvin Ford, nice guy, man. We've talked on the phone. He's come on my channel before. Coach Kenny Ellis, I consider him a good dude, man. He's been on the channel multiple times. Good guy. Also, whenever the Upton Gym mom of the gym, Lori Reed, think the world of their whole team. And I'm not usually the person to kind of get into any of this stuff, but it's so high profile that I think it's important for me to say and talk about it. So first, let's talk about the fact that it is being reported that Gervonta Davis is changing trainers from Calvin Ford to Jose Benavidez, Sr., the father of David Benavidez. Terrific trainer, seems like a real good dude. Obviously knows what he's doing. His son is one of the best fighters that there is in the sport.
TalkSport Boxing added another major twist by reporting Gervonta Davis changes trainers ahead of return as team reaches out to Devin Haney. That single update tied together two of the biggest storylines in boxing. Not only is Tank making significant changes to his training camp, but reports also suggest his team has initiated contact regarding a potential fight with Haney. As a result, fans are beginning to view this comeback in a different light. With a new trainer, time spent around the Benavidez camp, and growing speculation about Haney, it no longer looks like Tank is preparing for a routine return. Instead, it feels like the first step toward one of the sport's biggest possible matchups. Meanwhile, Floyd Schofield Sr. shared his thoughts on a potential Davis-Haney showdown, describing it as a dangerous fight for both men. He believes Tank's greatest strengths are obvious: his devastating punching power, unwavering confidence, and ability to deliver under the brightest lights. Those qualities alone force opponents to stay cautious every second of the fight. At the same time, Schofield Sr. made it clear that Haney presents a completely different challenge. Haney's height, reach, educated jab, and ability to control distance make him one of the most technically difficult fighters to face. In his view, this matchup is far from straightforward because the contrasting styles create an intriguing tactical battle. If Haney can establish his range, stay disciplined, and dictate the pace behind his jab, he could frustrate Tank throughout the fight. However, if Davis finds a way to cut off the ring, close the distance, and land one perfectly timed power shot, the momentum could shift instantly. That's what makes this potential showdown so compelling. Elite technique against explosive knockout power, where one small mistake could decide everything.
If y'all don't believe Tank and Shakur and Devin gonna have to fight each other one day, y'all dumb. They both signed the Zuffa, so they're gonna fight each other, whether you like it or not. So that fight gonna happen, whether Keyshawn having a fit or whatever else, they all gonna have to fight at Zuffa. If they think that they're friends, they're friends now because they gotta build a company. When all y'all get there and don't have no saying, they telling you who you fighting, then y'all gonna really see what's up. They didn't give y'all all that money for nothing. The Bible tell you not to sell your soul, right? Somebody give you a big chunk that becomes your boss. You gotta do things. They giving you money. You didn't make your own money. Giving them money is the other way around. So now you gotta answer to them, not them answer to you. So Shakur is gonna have to fight when it get to that time. All these people. So he's gonna have to show if he ain't left, whether he like it or not. If he think they're giving him all that money, they ain't gonna make him fight.
Johnny Ortiz also weighed in on a potential Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney showdown, describing it as a true 50-50 matchup where neither fighter will have an easy night inside the ring.
I have tweets that him and Tank might end up fighting, that Tank's team just reached out. I know that's your folks. I know that's your folks.
I don't know what's going on. I know Tank is like, I don't know, like legal issues is all over the place right now.
Did that shock you hearing that? Because I don't think that Dev would just
put that out.
Yeah, he said it looked like Tank then finally grew some balls or some shit. I don't think Dev will put that out. And from what you know, have they ever reached out before? In the past?
I heard like it's different. It's always been like talks and all that called, but it haven't been no like real paperwork. Same thing with Shakur, same thing. They all call and talk.
Johnny understands why Gervonta Davis carries so much confidence. Tank's explosive power, precise timing, composure, and patience allow him to wait for the perfect opening and change a fight with a single punch. However, Devin Haney presents a different challenge with his size, reach, discipline, and technical ability to control distance when he's at his best.
Like, he's a shaker right now, so to fight him, you gotta do whatever he's comfortable.
That's why Johnny believes the danger goes both ways. If Devin Haney controls the fight with his jab, maintains his distance, and avoids unnecessary exchanges, he can frustrate Tank and dictate the pace. But if Gervonta Davis begins cutting off the ring, times Haney's movements, and lands a clean power shot he's been waiting for, the entire fight can change instantly. More than just a blockbuster matchup, this is a fascinating clash of elite styles where one mistake could decide the outcome.
You have Debo going after Gervonta, talking about how, you know, the only thing he's running is with women pretty much and all that shit, referring to what's going on with him outside the box and all those allegations. His father, Bill Haney, jumped into it and echoing these things. But there's all these distractions, and honestly, everybody's right. Why? Because all these young men are frustrated. Gervonta is pissed. I get Gervonta. Like, the guy because of what's going on outside the ring, if his decisions being wrong or not, either way, he's not satisfied. He hasn't been in the ring fighting for a while. Shakur Stevenson, his clock is starting to tick, right? His last fight was Neofimo, and we all love that victory, but now it's like, bruh, it's time. Keyshawn just fought all right, but I don't even think he's satisfied because he didn't even want to fight him. He's like, okay, I get that out the way. Now, can I get the fights I want? And I know Debo's pissed. Debo just became champion in a good win against Brian Norman. And after that fight, I recall him being like, yo, let's go. Whoever wants it can.
Make sure to check out our other videos on Boxing Brain for the latest boxing news, fight breakdowns, and exclusive updates.